Prochain intervenant, M. Albert Hayek. Bonsoir, monsieur.
First of all, it's my pleasure to be able to thank Mr. Coderre and Mr. Mayor Menard and Mayor Coderre for the wonderful news about Angel Woods. It's you know, I love to come here and thank people for a great job done. Thank you, Mr. Coderre. Now, if I could have my response in English, please. They say the ways of God are beyond all human understanding. And sometimes I think the same goes for Montreal. Mayor Coderre, this summer, Montreal rejoined cities from around the world in an organization known as Local Governance for Sustainability, formerly ICLE. The purpose of this organization is to preserve biodiversity locally. ICLE documentation says that at the present rate of biodiversity loss, half of the world's species will be extinct in 100 years.
And the question, Mr. Hayek?
Yes, please. I'm never very long with my preambles, so please, I need a little bit more. Mayor Coderre, there are species in the fields of Western Pierrefonds that are endangered, and the 6,000-unit residential development that Pierrefonds is planning for this area would lead to their local extinction. We do not need to build on these lands to attract families to the island. The brief by Airports de Montréal for the Shema identified 45,000 housing units within 1 kilometer of the West Island.
Let's go with the question now.
Yeah.
You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to ask a question. Go with the question.
So you see my, 45,000 housing units. You see my problem. Here's my question. You see my problem, Mayor Coderre. Why do you support this development in this area on the West Island?
Question. Mr. Kopman.
Il y a l'expression en français, évidemment, Monsieur le Président, après les fleurs vient la peau, n'est-ce pas? Alors, Mr. Hayek, you know, we've had a number of meetings on this subject. My colleague, Réal Menard, offered a technical meeting between the Green Coalition and his civil servants with regard to Pierrefonds West. I do not share your conclusion that the development in Pierrefonds West will lead to the local extinction of certain species. I think that has yet to be demonstrated sufficiently. The 185 hectares identified in the regional development plan was identified at that time for development. The 180 acres which we are preserving in the Los Alarmes corridor is a significant conservation project. We added to that with Angel Woods. We're going to add to that later this year. We feel that there is a way to develop Pierrefonds West in a sustainable fashion, integrating some of the best practices in urban planning and construction and protection of local green space that still meets our what we consider to be our imperative to provide affordable housing and to put the purchase of housing within the reach of the thousands of families who currently leave the island of Montreal because they can't find what they're looking for. And so we believe those things are wholly compatible. It was identified in the Schéma d'aménagement for development, and we're proceeding on the basis of that Schéma d'aménagement, which was adopted by the Agglomeration Council.
Sub-question,
please. Yes. Okay. Many times our questions on the development haven't been answered, and we've been told to wait for the OCPM hearings. My question is, will the scope for these hearings be limited to the residential project, or will the scope of these hearings be much broader and allow us to talk about the best use of the land?
Question. Mr. Kopman.
The Office de consultation publique de Montréal is an arm's length body, Mr. Hayek. I think you will have all opportunities available to you to discuss what you consider to be the best use of the land. The mandate of the office has not yet been determined. We're, in close cooperation with the borough of Pierrefonds Roxborough to see what the next urban planning stages are. I am resolutely and perfectly confident that the OCPM will provide a forum that will allow persons such as yourself and groups that you represent to fully comment on the potential development in Pierrefonds West.
Merci.
Thank you very
Mr.
much.
Thank you.